refreshing.
I'm about to go to my close, y'all. People of God, I'm so glad that even in my mess, God still saw my message. People of God, He didn't allow the blood that we were in to affect His grace. I'm glad, people of God, I'm glad that when I saw that when I was tore up from the floor, when I was beat up from the feet up, when I was messed up from the chest up, that God didn't leave me. How many know that when my money was funny and my change was strange, He didn't allow my circumstance to affect His grace. But God still showed grace in my life because He picked me up and He turned me around. Now I'm able to birth a dream. No more of being on life support. I don't need mommy or daddy. I don't need sister or brother. I don't need my friends or my loved ones. But all I need is my God. How many know that I am what God says I am? How many know that I'm blessed because God says I'm blessed? How many know that I'm saved because God says I'm saved? How many know that I'm healed because God said I'm healed? I can do all things through Christ, y'all, which strengthens me. I am the head and not the tail. I am above and not beneath. I'm blessed coming in, y'all, and I'm blessed going out. I'm blessed in the city, and I'm blessed in the field. How many know that you can make it because you're a soldier in the army of the Lord? And if God be for me, who can be against me? Greater is He that is in me than he that is in the world. I choose life over death. I choose healing over sickness. I choose healing over the disease. I must prosper. I will prosper. I will bless the Lord at all times, and His praises shall continually be in my mouth. Anybody understands tonight that after tonight, no more of being on life support? I wish I had a sanctified church who will stand up on your feet and declare that no more of me being on life support, because I have a God who is bigger than my situation. I have a God who understands that when I'm down, I won't be down too long, because weeping may endure for a night, but joy come in the morning light. I wish I had a sanctified church. High five your neighbor and say, no more life support. No more life support. I'm about to take my seat, y'all. But before I take my seat, y'all, can I tell y'all a little story? Is it all right, y'all, if I tell you a story? There was a boy by the name of Fred, who was 17 years old. Fred, he ran track. He was the fastest person on his team. One day, y'all, Fred was running in the hot sun, and then all of a sudden, y'all, Fred collapsed due to a stroke, y'all. The doctor said that he had a blood clot in his brain that was responsible for the massive stroke. This stroke, y'all, had him on life support for 21 days. The doctors and physicians went to his parents, y'all, and told them there is nothing medically that we can do. And then the doctor, with the doctor himself, reminded the family that it's going to cost you $1,000 each day to keep your son on life support. Then the doctor said, we need somebody to sign the papers so we can pull the plug. His mom and daddy said, no, don't pull the plug. The doctor said, why? There's nothing we can do. But little did the doctor know that Fred has some praying parents who believe that if God be for us, who can be against us? So the next day, y'all, as they were in the hospital, the doctors made an executive decision to pull the plug anyway. So as they pulled the plug and start taking tubes out of him, as they began to pull the last tube out of Fred, Fred started breathing on his own. Fred started to squint his eyes open. Fred started to mumble, and the doctors rushed in and said, it's a miracle. How is Fred alive right now? How is Fred alive and well? How is Fred looking at us? How is Fred talking to us? So the doctor said, I just got to know, Fred, how are you alive right now? And as Fred began to mumble, Fred said, I'm alive because I heard something. And the doctor said, Fred, what did you hear? Fred said, I'm glad that you asked. He said, I heard the Prince of Peace. I heard the Rose of Sharon. I heard the mighty God. I heard the wonderful counselor. I heard the Holy One. I heard the Lamb of God. I heard God Almighty. I heard somebody open up your ears. He heard the root of David. He heard the word of life. He heard the author. He heard the finisher. He heard my morning star. He heard my chief cornerstone. He heard Alpha and Omega. As of today, church, you're altar of life support. Somebody give God a praise because you're altar of life support. I said you're altar. You're altar. You're altar. You're altar. You're altar of life support. No more chains. No more bondage. Forget about tradition. I gotta burn something because I'm altar of life support. You might be there and say, preacher, how can I birth it? I'm glad that you asked. It was one Friday on a hill called Calvary. They put nails in his right hand. They put nails in his left hand. They put nails in his feet. Then they lifted him up and they pierced him in his side. He died on Friday. He stayed in the grave. Saturday morning, he stayed in the grave. Saturday afternoon, he stayed in the grave. Saturday night, but my Bible says that early Sunday morning, Aren't you glad that God is always early in your situation? He may not come when you want him, but he's always right on time. Somebody wave your hand if you know that God is always right on time. God is on time. He's an on-time God. Yes, yes he is. Yes he is. Yes he is. When the money is funny. Yes he is. And God is right on time. God is the wonderful counselor. He is my God. When I was down, didn't have a dime. He stayed there. And my God never left me. My God never forsook me. God, yeah. God, the good God, my shepherd, my God. I got 2 more minutes. God, and God, my redeemer. God, my everything. Are y'all gonna help me up in here? God, somebody shout if you know that it was nothing but the grace that kept you when you was in your mess. You was in a bed that wasn't yours. God kept you from HIV. You was in a relationship and you found out when you broke up with them that they were crazy. God, yeah. Y'all looking at me funny, but if you knew my story, you wouldn't be sitting there. It was nothing but the grace of God. Come on. Come on. God. Yeah. Yeah. God, my redeemer. God, my everything. God, yeah. Yeah. God, do you know him? Do you know him? Do you know him? Do you know him? Do you know